Prime Minister Narendra Modi's digitization dreams are finally taking shape and also taking off. The Prime Minister today launched his pet Digital India initiative, stating that the government's flagship IT program has the potential to change India's future for the better. In full attendance were India Inc.'s top leaders who promised to invest over 4.5 lakh crore rupees to give shape to the Digital India drive. And at a time when some of his ministers are facing charges of nepotism, Modi said that digitization drive will bring in greater transparency and will also root out corruption.
Corporate India is in full agreement. RIL Chairman Mukesh Ambani says digitization will change the way Indians live, learn, work and play. While the Tata Group head says the country has all the ingredients to drive a digital economy. But questions remain. While all agree that the digital drive will open up new opportunities for Indian IT companies, the success of this ambitious project will depend on execution. And then there's, of course, the question of trust deficit between the government and industry. So what is there for corporate India in the digitization drive? Will it help bridge the digital divide? And more importantly, will it bring about any change at the ground level despite all tall talk? That's our top story on Business Tonight.
One of the most ambitious projects of the Modi government, Digital India, which aims to make India a digital society and a knowledge economy with technology-enabling changes, digital delivery of services, was today officially launched by the PM and got a thumbs up from global investors. Marquee investors lined up to invest in different segments of Digital India program. Costing over 1.13 lakh crore rupees, Digital India is a program that includes 5 main projects and aims to deliver services to citizens through 5 main applications.
I dream of a Digital India where high-speed digital highways unite the nation. एक जमाना था हाईवेज के लिए मांग होती थी, अब अकेले हाईवे से चलने वाला नहीं है, आई-वेज भी चाहिए, information highway भी चाहिए.
The government is hoping to raise billions of dollars of investments for various schemes through the Digital India platform. The government is also hoping to make India a global hub for electronic manufacturing and has set an ambitious target of zero electronic import by 2020. Fostering innovation is a key element of the program, which aims to handhold early startups. Digital India, which will ensure e-education, e-health and digital locker facility, will ride on a pan-India network of broadband highways, connecting 2.5 lakh villages. Something that continues to be the biggest challenge for the government.
Rough calculation, right. That's all. It came to about 4 lakh crore plus. 4 lakh 40,000 or 45,000 crore. Rough right. Calculation. Right. And about 18 lakh around approximately employment in the coming 5 to 8 years. But what is an assurance for me today is that such a big investment proposal in one day.
Digital India will be a success only when private Indian technology companies begin to partner, who in the past have burnt their hands with government projects due to difficult RFP processes and delay in payments. So the government needs to put in place not just the infrastructure for Digital India, but also bridge the trust deficit with tech titans. Gauri Dwivedi, ET Now, New Delhi.
Well, whatever investment is coming, you have seen. Right. Before the Prime Minister, they have announced. Right. I only made a rough calculation. Right. That it came to about 4 lakh crore plus. What is an assurance for me today is that such a big investment proposal in one day in some Government of India function I have rarely seen. Right, yes. I may have seen MOUs at the state level. But the big corporate leaders who are effectively owners of those companies, themselves declaring investment and also the employment potential is a big thing. They have given a big response to the Prime Minister's idea of Digital India and Make in India.
Right. So in terms of making India a manufacturing hub, which are the kind of investors that you're also in talks with, and also would you also look at reaching out to other nations going forward?
I was pushing electronic manufacturing in a very big way. 21 clusters have been approved in principle in total. Right. It was only 2 before I came to power. And today 4 lakh crore plus investment of digital infrastructure and electronic manufacturing. But what is important is the Prime Minister making a big pitch.
Early harvest program is a huge integral part of Digital India. What are the steps that will be taken to really foster innovation and handhold?
Today the Prime Minister has declared This BPO policy, I'm very passionate about, you know that.
Right.
A lot of hand-holding will be there for digital inclusion. Therefore, let the whole digital ecosystem come in motion. And today, that motion started.
Captains of India Inc. have rallied behind Prime Minister Modi's grand digital vision for the country. They see Digital India revolutionizing the way of life in India and believe the program will go a long way in developing healthcare and education sectors as well. Let's hear an excerpt of some of the comments from the tallest leaders of corporate India.
In India, there are large opportunities to digitally cater to the needs of education, healthcare, agriculture, energy, water, transportation, and defense. I'm glad to see that the Digital India vision embraces many of these fields. The Tata Group has been active in many of these areas. The investments by the government and industry in digital technologies should enable both the creation of jobs and the skilling of people needed for tomorrow's jobs. Policy frameworks and regulations must evolve rapidly in areas ranging from digital infrastructure to digital currencies, or we risk keeping pace with the speed of evolution of these new technologies and the impact that they will have on our lives.
I believe Digital India will be a huge success because of the adoption of technology by the youth of India. The young people of this country have outdone both industry and government. We at Reliance will invest over 250,000 crores across the Digital India pillars. I estimate that Reliance's Digital India investments will create employment for over 5 lakh people.
Second, we have plans to invest over $2 billion in the next 5 years in projects falling within the ambit of the Digital India initiative, such as electronic manufacturing, energy storage, Internet of Things, and the development of smart cities. With our investments in the digital economy will continue to increase, we believe that our success should also be measured by their impact in terms of the number of lives that we can impact and touch.
Done right, the impact of having 1.2 billion citizens connected and with access to citizenship services, utilities, financial inclusion, healthcare, and education can be completely transformational in nature. We as Wipro are committed to work with the government in terms of whatever is required in terms of resources and people to make this digitization of India a success.
We commit to spend in excess of 100,000 crores in the next 5 years. That's $16 billion. This will be spent to build further and deeper infrastructure in both urban and rural areas, taking 4G to the masses, ensuring that we have e-health, e-education in every village, collaborating with various manufacturers around the world to ensure we start manufacturing in this country at the most affordable prices and reduce the burden of electronic imports in this country.
All right, we stay on with that story and cover every angle of this and what's really in this for India's top tech companies that are lapping up the Digital India initiative. This will give the domestic business a big shot in the arm. What opportunities and challenges does this really entail as far as this massive program is concerned for Indian IT? We've got Chandra Srikanth to find out all of that.
Modi's dream of a digital India got the thumbs up from corporate leaders both from India and overseas. And going by the contours of this initiative, this will have a huge impact on their businesses, especially for IT and BPO companies, because IT services and technology is central to the idea of Digital India. Through Digital India, Modi has given a big leg up for the tech sector. In the past, India business has always been a pain point for these companies, but the government's push for broadband connectivity and rural BPOs opens up a plethora of opportunities for companies.
Government took office. We've been hearing, lots of positive news around IT enablement, technology, smart cities, rural BPM, Tier 2, Tier 3. Just the kind of words and the kind of initiatives that we would like to hear.
But working with the government has not been easy in the past. Difficult bidding processes or the huge outstanding payments.
The process of participating in projects is extremely complex and has a very high risk involved. Then the participation would see a declining trend, and in fact that is what has happened in the recent past. So addressing these issues is critical.
While Digital India holds immense opportunities for IT in terms of network management services and rural BPOs, a lot depends on the execution and also the money that companies can make from these projects. The government needs to bridge the trust deficit before tech titans log into Digital India. Chandra Ashrikant, ET Now, Bangalore.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.